What up, pimps? Last one was a weird one. I was also dying, so I was very quiet, very untalkative, so apologies for that. So today I figure I might try to mash the two.
She's mashing it.
And do some kind of more production-y hip-hop-y kind of stuff, but then also guitar, so what puts those together better than anything? Probably Kanye, whenever he has all the cool guitar things like Hold My Liquor, but I don't know how to do that well, and even if I try it won't sound as good. So instead we'll do Lo-Fi Hip Hop to chill, sleep, sacrifice your firstborn, study, ponder life, and question everything you've ever done to. It's another kind of music that I like and have never actually tried to make. So while I'm doing all these 1 hour challenges, it's probably not the best time to try something you've never done before and try and get it done with less time to experiment. But I figure that could be a bit more interesting, trying new things, especially if it's not just new to the series, but new to me, instead of me just doing the same thing that I'm comfortable with and I know that I can do. So we can kind of try new stuff together. So I suppose now is as good a time as any to get started. Now might be a good time to point out that I don't know chords or any musical theory, other than taking a few guitar lessons when I was younger. Basically all I learned was how to play one riff from Live and Let Die, La Bamba, and the chords to Knocking on Heaven's Door. That's a lie. I taught myself all the chords when I was really young, like maybe 11. Learned everything in this like theory book, back to front. Went downstairs to play the demo song that they had from my mum and dad, and was like, look at this, I can play this. And they're both just kind of like, okay. What's that? They didn't know what it was. It wasn't a real song, but I took that as, fuck this, I put all this effort into nothing, and I threw a little huff as I would as a child, and I just put my guitar in the corner and didn't look at it for years. So whenever I started picking guitar up again, years later, the thought of going through and relearning all that stuff I put all that time and effort into sounded horrific, so I just started going. Shit, I learned a Metallica song, and that was it. So I've never relearned theory. Everything is just ear, which is really interesting whenever you're in a band and people are like, oh, I play a G, and I go, huh? And they're like, oh, a G, and I'm like, no, you play a G. I'll find it. And they're like, oh no, but you just do it. I'm like, you play a G. And then I play the same chord, and they're like, oh, but you can play it down here instead, and it's much easier. And I'm like, yeah, but if I play it up here, I get this one low note, and it sounds heavier. Who's the real genius? It's not me. What are we doing? Lo-fi. Fuck. Right. So if any of these videos, if I've kept bits in where it's just me going, it's literally because I'm listening for the notes that sound right, not because I'm following a scale and don't know it. I'm just finding it. Well, that works. I can't play guitar. Might be able to make something out of that. I think less is more with, like, I've got a little guitar lip, it's pretty. I'll maybe do some plinkety stuff over it later, but I think the less I work with, the more inventive I have to be with sampling it. I like hearing like little artifacts and weird squeaks and stuff in songs, depending on what kind it is. Like obviously if it's super clean metal, then whatever. But I think it's a bit more interesting than everything being so sterile and processed. Especially with this kind of stuff. Little thing it adds to it, especially when I'm going to add a bunch of vinyl static and whatever in the background of this. Cool, that works for me. Put that together, make it sound a little bit iffy. So, kick time. I want to try to take as much of the drums from full like breakbeats and samples, just I think it'll add to the whole overly sampled sound. I think that sounds good. Okay, I think I've got my kit basically. I think that kind of works. So some of these are a little bit out of time just to kind of make it a bit more human sounding and warbly and messy. Which you can probably hear, but the hats I think are the closest sounding to what they should be. So I've got a vinyl track on the kick, and then another track where it's just all bass. No, definitely need a new snare. Actually what I need to do is save this. That snare sounds like it could work. It could work a little bit better. Okay. I was wrong. They're all trash. Okay, I think it's a pretty solid start. Half my time gone. Thankfully I know that this is sometimes can be a little bit repetitive anyway, so I don't feel too rushed. Just offset some of the things, just like a couple of milliseconds here and there, just to make it, give it a bit more swing. Check me out, talking like I know what I'm doing. Like I'm not just making this entire thing up as I go. Now to make the guitar sound better. I did that by accident, but that's actually pretty good. I'll keep that for the other section. That sounds good to me. Cool. That's actually pretty cool. As you can maybe tell by me saying the word cool multiple times. Cool, cool, cool.
Cool. Cool, cool, cool.
I am going to think a vocal sample sometimes works with stuff like this, at least stuff that isn't as full as it should be. Me first timer boy. So I'm going to find through very legal means a way of downloading a Twin Peaks quote that I like, or a little scene. Very legal, and to prove it's legal, I'm not going to put any huge weight of effects over the top of it to try and disguise the fact that it is what it is. I have no idea what you're talking about. I would never do such a thing.
Shelly, yeah, we should be on our way.
Would you like some coffee? Would you like some coffee?
Afternoon, Shelly, yeah. We should be on our way. Could be a new show at the men's store. A catnap in your office chair, or I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Every day, once a day, give yourself a present.
Would you like some coffee?
Afternoon, Shelly, yeah. We should be on our way. yourself a present. Don't.
Okay, where are we? What guitar track is this? Alright, done. I was pretty down to the limit, but yeah. So that was a pretty cool one to do. Turned out a lot better than I thought it would. Ironically, I started it at like 4ish in the morning when it should be hip hop, chilling, sleeping, study, relaxing too. Well, that's another one done and dusted anyway. Get it? Because dusted. Because it's old. Because it's like vinyl effects and it's like old. Like, you know, like nostalgia, like old. Like, because like old things are covered in dust. See, and the jokes are funnier whenever I explain them. Do you get it? I should have stayed in bed.
Would you like some coffee?
Afternoon, Shelly, yeah. So we should be on our way. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Every day, once a day, give yourself a present. Don't plan it, don't wait for it, just let it happen. Could be a new shirt at the men's store, a cat nap in your office chair, or 2 cups of good, hot, black coffee. It's like Christmas. Nothing like a great cup of black coffee. Oh, man, that is the spot.